Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to Module 2. So we are kind of moving away a little bit from multiplication and division, and we're getting into telling time and other forms of measurement. So for today's video, you are going to need your Learn book and a pencil, and that's really it. We're going to be doing some work with the clock, and I'm just going to need your attention on the screen, and then we'll do our application problem after that. Okay, let's get started. Okay, here we see an analog clock. Now I know these are becoming less and less or more and more obsolete. We're not really using them as much. It's still important for us to be able to tell time using this clock and not just using the digital clock, which you see here in the corner. So the main thing with this is that you see these little tick marks between our big numbers. There are 5, or it measures 5 spaces in between each set of minutes. So when it comes to our minute hand, which is this long hand, when it goes to each new number, we're going to count by 5. So let's start with 0. Count with me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and then 60. And 60 takes us to the next hour. So let's do that one more time. We're at 1 o'clock and we're going to go all the way to the next hour, which is 2 o'clock. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and 60 takes us to the next hour. All right, I have some questions for you. So the first question, I guess it just more tells you. So there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So I want to count by 10 minutes first till we get to 1 hour. So let's see. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1 hour. So you'll notice instead of saying 60 minutes, I said 1 hour. Let's try that again, but when we count by 10, we should say minutes instead of just the number. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 1 hour. Very good. Let's do the same, but this time we're going to count by 6, my favorite, and we're going to count by 6 minutes until we get to 1 hour. 6 minutes, 12 minutes, 18 minutes, 24 minutes, 30 minutes, 36 minutes, 42 minutes, 48 minutes, 54 minutes, 1 hour. I almost said 60 minutes. Hopefully you did better than me. That was kind of hard without my song, but I had to kind of sing it in my head with me. All right, now we're going to count by 3 minutes, and we're going to stop at the half hour. So if 60 minutes is 1 hour, half hour would be half of 60, which is 30. So we're going to count by 3 minutes, but when we get to 30 minutes, we're going to say half hour. You ready? 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 18 minutes, 21 minutes, 24 minutes, 27 minutes, half hour. Did you say 30 minutes or did you stick with me? All right, we are going to go ahead and go to our application problem now. So this will be a nice short video for us. So we are in our Learn book, page 135. Page 135 in our Learn book. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to ask for you to pause the video to try to answer this on your own. Miss Bauer helps her kindergartners tie their shoes. It takes her 5 seconds to tie one shoe. How many seconds does it take for Mrs. Bauer to tie 8 shoes? So again, you're going to want to make sure you have a picture. You have a number sentence. And at the bottom, you should include words. Don't forget, I know this because we want to make sure we include that. All right, pause that video and try it on your own first. Okay, thank you to my friends who did listen to me. And let's dive in. So some of you might have just drawn the shoes. You drew the 8 shoes. Of her kindergartners who need help. It's 5, 6, 7, 8. A good mathematician counts one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It takes 5 seconds for her to tie one shoe. 5, 10. So they're each 5. And then maybe you included some skip counting. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Maybe you drew a tape diagram. I'm going to show you a number bond. I know Mrs. Caltz didn't do a tape diagram. What? That's her favorite. I know, but I'm trying to expand my math thinking. So I'm going to turn this into a number bond. So I know it takes her 40 seconds. That's her total amount of time. So up here, and this is what we had been looking for, and we now know it's 40 seconds. One way to shorten seconds is by putting SEC. So there were 8 shoes. I did differing lengths. I don't know why. I just did it. And then they each take 5 seconds. Okay, so there are 2 different pictures you could have done. You could have done a tape diagram, equal groups. You could have done an array. Now I need my number sentence. So looking at this, I could have said 8 times 5 equals 40 seconds. Maybe you wrote it as division. 40 divided by 8 equals 5. Or 40 divided by 5 equals 8. Any of those would work. If you said 5 times 8 equals 40, that's okay. But remember that first number is how many groups? So truthfully, it's 8. Then at the bottom, everyone should have the same first sentence. The question is, how many seconds does it take Miss Bauer to tie 8 shoes? It takes Miss Bauer 40 seconds to tie 8 shoes. Maybe yours is shorter, but remember, as 3rd graders, we're trying to get 7-up sentences. We're trying to get sentences with 7 words or more. Then everyone should have written a second sentence on how they know this. I know this because our magic words to really explain our thinking. Now for my first picture, I could say I know this because I drew the 8 shoes and labeled them by 5 and then skip counted by 5. If you drew the number bond, you would say I know this because I drew a number bond of 8 groups of 5. Describe your picture in this sentence. So I'm not going to finish it, but you should. Make sure you get a nice period at the end. Thanks for sticking with me. You rock. Bye.